Hi honeys, how are you? Tanya ni Shaiwo here, and of course welcome back to my YouTube channel. What's popping, what's well, and of course all that particular kind of good stuff over there. If this is your first time here, yes, I'm Tanya ni Shaiwo. I'm a medical student, that is to say I'm a nursing student, of course very soon bumping into my second year, and of course I also do videos about makeup, glam, fashion, beauty, and of course a lot of interesting videos. But of course, as you have seen from the thumbnail and of course the title of the video, today we are going to be talking about my 5 best tips of how I do memorize everything in nursing school. So without any further ado, let us just dive into the video right now. Remember to subscribe, that's if you're not yet subscribed. A lot of different people do use a lot of different methods to memorize work, and of course practical lessons, and of course a lot of content in nursing school. And I don't differ very much from those people, but I've literally come up with a particular kind of formula which I love to use, which it has worked for me, and of course I've shared it out with my fellow nursing students at my school where I go to, and my tutors, my professors, and my teachers, and they have proved it right. So I have the audacity to present to you guys. So literally this started back then in 2017 when I was still in Form 5. I literally had one of my teachers who was teaching me biology and chemistry, and he was a part-time teacher, I do remember, but he was also studying medicine, maybe, and surgery at Macquarie University. So he gave us a particular kind of outline, and this outline, it did help us pass our senior 6 examination, and of course it also did help us pass our other subjects. Of course, remember that in senior 6 you do offer biology, chemistry, and math. That is me, that's what I offered, and you have to pass all those subjects, of course, in order for you to go to the next level. So we used that same formula throughout the whole different stages. So I did really inherit that from him. I literally wanted to credit him first of all before I literally spilled the tea about the formula. I also did reorganize the formula. I know he did give us that formula in different stages or different steps. I would call them steps, but I did sit down and of course I did reorganize it to fit into my new sector. Remember that at HSC or senior 6 you are literally studying different things, maybe in biology, chemistry, and math. All those pieces of subjects are literally together, so that formula would not fit in very well with nursing and all the course units we are offering, and of course everything. I had literally to change it a little bit to suit into the course itself, because at this time there are only course units, and on top of that it's only more of biology, so it's only biology, and I had to find the better way, of course, of switching out things so that they work. I literally came up with a simple abbreviations known as upper dip, A, P, A, D, P, upper dip, and each letter in that particular kind of statement I've just spoke out, it represents a letter that specifies which particular kind of step you are in, especially when you are reading different accounts of work. So just first of all, I'm going to first of all outline out everything, what it means. A means assignments and tests. P means pre-tests. A again means account of the work. D means discussions, and P lastly means post-test. So don't get worried, I'm going to try to explain everything from A to P. So first of all, let us first of all see what assignments and tests, which A stands for. Assignments and tests, what you would do, or literally what you have to do, is to find a particular kind of the way I love to read and the way I love to do memorize things, especially when I'm reading, it is I like always to get questions, because when you get questions it's more easier for you to get or to know the approach of those different questions. So I would literally sit down, go pass through my textbook, my anatomy and physiology textbook, that's if I'm going to be reading anatomy, and get out the different questions, especially at the end of each topic in anatomy and physiology. That's if that's what I'm going to be reading. Then after I get those questions, that's assignment and tests, I get that assignments. Then for pre-tests, I do sit down without reading the account or without opening books, and I try very much to say that I write everything I know about that question, such as that question might be saying describe the process of bone formation, I don't instantly go to look into the book, then get where the topic is, bone formation, whatever. I do sit down in the second stage of pre-test. I do write everything I know about the formation without reading into the book. Then after that, I would, after writing down everything I have to write down in pre-tests without checking into the book but getting them from my head, I would go to the third stage, which is account. So in account, it is I'm going to try to read very much. Then I'm going to open the book or the textbook. Then I'm going to read about that particular kind of topic itself. Such as it might be bone formation. I'm going to read out. After I read out, I'm going to compare with what I recently wrote in my pre-test, and that is going to be important because you are going to be more of marking yourself. Such as if you have read an account, the right account of bone formation, and you have your own copy of bone formation you have got from your head, you will try to see and of course try to tally out everything, and you'll get the minimum kind of passing. You literally have marked yourself, if that is right English. You would get that right particular kind of percentage of work which is in your pre-test and of course which is in your account. After trying to tally out everything, you have did write the pre-test. You have of course also read the account of the work where the questions came from. The next stage I would literally love you to do it is of course discussion, which is the fourth point. I would love you to sit down, get some few members of your class or your course, that is to say I'm a nursing student. In my space or in my position, I would get fellow nursing students at school, then sit down, try to discuss that question with them. And this thing is always amazing if you are something like few people, such as a group of 5 to 6, and you can do sit and of course all that. So discussion, it's going to help you in a lot of ways, and it is a very, very important stage or a very important step, especially in this upper deep kind of situation I'm introducing to you guys. This brings us to the last stage or the last part of this formula, which is post-test. So remember where we started? We started from assignment and of course getting the tests, meaning that you get the work. You do the pre-tests, meaning you sit down with your brain without opening the book, then you write something about that work, then you do open the account where the work is located in the textbook, then you try to read out and tally that work, the right work with the work you have just written from your head. After that, you do discuss. So this brings us to the last part of this formula, that is writing a post-test. So in post-test, literally what you are going to be doing is you are going to, after discussion, you are going to again sit down, re-answer the same question. That same question, of course, you literally answered before in the pretest. That question you answered in the pretests above, in the pretest or in the upper stage pretest. That question did answer. Now answer it from a perspective that you have did read, you have did discuss, and answer it to your best. I assure you that when you do this formula, things are going to be very, 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 very simple. Like very simple, very, very amazingly simple, because it's one simple thing that I always use and I always keep on, of course, topping my class. So I'm sure that I'm giving you the right knowledge. So literally do that. After finishing to discuss, make sure that of course you sit down, rewrite a post-test, your own post-test, and write it from your head. Write it as you would love it to be marked by Unimable Fish, meaning the top nursing examination board teachers or officials who are supposed to mark our final examination. Do it in the best way possible. But of course, as you do this, of course, your rating, it's going to help you, of course, remember everything from the discussion, from the pretest, from the comparison, everything above in the formula. You are going to be able, of course, to tally up everything as much as you can. So actually, that brings me to the conclusion of the video. Thank you very much, you guys, for watching the video. That's if you have been watching. Remember to subscribe to my channel. That's if you're not yet subscribed. A lot of interesting videos. I'm talking about beauty, makeup, fashion, and of course reaction videos, and of course sharing a little bit of my journey, especially in nursing school, over here on the platform. Remember to follow me on all my social media platforms. I'm going to be leaving everything on the screen, and I guess that they are throughout, of course, the video somewhere on the screen. And of course also watch any of course of my other videos. I'm gonna be leaving them in the description box below, up at the card, and of course all that kind of good stuff. Let me meet you in my next video. Remember that smartness, elegancy, and of course exploring the magic of your subconscious mind. In 2020, Tanya and Shylock switching out. Bye for now.